Welcome back to EDUSPLORER. I want to thank you for joining. It's important for us to continue to tell our own part of the development and geostrategic engagement at this time. So why is this relevant? It is relevant because the continent must realize that the European partners and the United States of America is not coming to save them anymore. So it's important that Africa continue to work alongside each other and resolving their internal challenges that they've had, that the colonizers left them with, these borders that cannot be penetrable. But at this stage, it's important that Africa start resolving its internal issues. Rwanda is currently engaging the country of Algeria. We've seen the recent election by the Democratic Republic of the Congo at the United Nations as a non-permanent member. We've also seen Liberia making progress in several areas as they also have been elected. So a number of changes happening across the region, and the continent of Africa's voice is not going to be shrinking anytime soon. They are making sure that they want to take control of their own internal issues. More importantly, having their voice heard at the toppest level, looking at the United Nations. So we're going to be diving into some more strategic discussions here today on the reason why Africa is moving forward and not waiting for its geopolitical partners. There was a commotion in regards to the drone challenge between the countries of looking at Algeria and also and Niger. So we also how that play out in the global media. But again, one of Africa's long-standing statesmen, to an extent, he traveled to the country of Algeria. I think in the course of that discussion, there must have been something that came up regards to that particular part, because African leaders have come to realizing that they have to step up to the table to resolve their own internal issues, because the United States is not going to leave Washington. The US is bogged down with a lot of challenges, and they won't come to solve these problems that you have in the continent. So the leader of Rwanda, Mr. Paul Kagame, in a press conference actually came out clear and spoke with the leader of the country of Algeria. So this is the way Africans should be interacting, African leaders I'm talking about, to look into the internal dynamics, because these are critical times in the region. Europe has completely failed the continent of Africa in terms of its own political power. It is bogged down with the Russian-Ukrainian war. The United Nations, to an extent, is not in the position to provide Africa the cover that it needs. And the leader of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump, has informed the continent at this point that you better sit up because we do have our plates full. So this meeting was vital because it gives a perspective on the reason why African nations have decided to start working with each other. Let's play a part of that particular press conference, and then we will dive into more specifics.
Excellency Abdelmajid Tebboune, President of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, honorable ministers and senior officials, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President, once again, thank you for the generosity and the warm welcome extended to me and my delegation. This beautiful city, alive with both history and progress, is a testament to the strength and the dignity of the Algerian people. In moments of uncertainty like we are experiencing globally, Africa needs to stay united towards a common vision. The President and I had very constructive discussions which built on the long-standing friendship between our two countries. The diplomatic presence of Rwanda in Algeria, which we hope to have soon, will create more opportunities to strengthen our economic ties and see more engagement between our private sectors. In education, Algeria Algeria's support for Rwandan students in cutting-edge fields like artificial intelligence and data science has been very successful. I want to thank you, Mr. President.
So, Mr. Paul Kagame and the leader of the country of Algeria, well, we're getting into issues that are relevant for the region because he's talked about opening an embassy, as you've heard, of Rwanda's new embassy in the country of Algeria, on how Algeria as well basically helped students from Rwanda to improve on the ICT technological skills and training. This is the cross-border conversation that we want to see African governments getting involved at this point in time. So, you know, Algeria and France's relationship, like Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, is not as smooth. And Algeria has gone a little closer, much closer to the country of Russia at this stage, and China as well. So the geopolitical environment in this conversation was clear. So Mr. Kagame being in Algeria is an indication that African nations can work to an extent. Let's play the clip.
This reflects the forward-looking nature of our partnership and our shared interest to build the capacity of our people in various fields. We also value the close cooperation between our countries in multilateral forums where we support each other on regional and global issues. The agreements signed today across a range of fields, including higher education and ICT, will certainly open new avenues for collaboration. Mr. President, allow me to reaffirm Rwanda's determination to build on this momentum and to work together for the benefit of the people of our two countries. I thank you very much.
More developments happening across the world at this stage, as we've seen what happened in the country of the DRC Congo, as the former leaders, Mr. Kabila's immunity was stripped, which basically caused commotion around the region, and he actually arrived to the country of DRC in the Katanga province. And this has caused a lot of commotion in the global community, and we all are expecting to see what's going to happen. Mr. Kabila himself came out and actually said that democracy is dead in the country of the DRC, that the leader that everyone thought would have brought the country together is basically causing some fraction. However, there's been progress in the country of DRC, as DRC has been elected at the United Nations to basically be a non-permanent member. So a step in the right direction, considering the tumultuous difficulties that the country has gone through recently. Let's listen to what the ambassador of the DRC said regards to that particular election. Let's play the clip.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, today marks a defining moment for the Democratic Republic of the Congo. With humility and determination, we welcome the decision of the United Nations General Assembly to elect our country to serve as non-permanent member of the Security Council for the 2026-2027 term. On behalf of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Félix-Antoine Tshisekedi Tshilombo, and in the name of the Congolese people, I wish to express our deep and sincere gratitude to all member states that supported our candidacy. We also wish to pay tribute to the African Union. The unwavering support of our continental organization and the solidarity of all its member states have been instrumental. This election is not only a mark of confidence in the DRC, it is also a reflection of Africa's unity and its rightful place in shaping the global peace and security agenda. The mandate that begins in January 2026 is one we embrace fully. We are conscious of its weight, but also of its significance. The DRC brings to the Council not only its national experience, but also the voice of a continent that continues to bear the cost of conflicts it did not cause, and whose contributions to peace are too often overlooked. We will serve with dignity, independence of judgment, and loyalty to the principles of the Charter. We will work with all members of the Council to advance peace, uphold international law, and promote the legitimate aspirations of people around the world. To all those who have placed their trust in us, we will honor it. The DRC is ready to serve with clarity of purpose, fidelity to principle, and a commitment to shared solutions. Thank you.
Will DRC put more focus on the issue in the eastern border of DRC in the Security Council agenda while you're the member of the Security Council?
Of course, the situation in Eastern DRC is front and center for the Congolese government because it is our people who are being victimized. But at the same time, we need to acknowledge the fact that we are here as a country that has received the vote of confidence of the African Union. We will most certainly come to the Security Council bearing the experience of a country that knows what it is like to have decades of conflict, that has a thorough understanding of the challenges of peacekeeping operations and protection of civilians issues, as well as the convergence between conflict, natural resources, and environmental changes. And this is the experience and expertise we wish to bring to the table, not to serve our own interests, but to serve the interests of humanity, because we know that the situation in the DRC is not an individual or isolated one. We have a lot of crises around the world, and we want to contribute with the strength of our experience and our expertise to the resolution of these challenges. Thank you.
Despite such an amazing, or I would say that a step to the right direction, African countries need more than just being a non-permanent member. African countries have requested that they want to be on the table. They want to be on the same table to have the veto power that the Big Five, according to the president of Turkey, who talked about that the world is bigger than 5 countries, talking about Russia, China, the United States of America, France, and the United Kingdom. So it did not end there. The country of Liberia as well had the chance to be elected as well. So these are amazing times across the region, and we all see how the progress is being made in some areas. However, I would say that the country of Liberia having this opportunity, to an extent, it's a good sense of direction. Again, considering Liberia's own history, it's important that African countries to continue working alongside each other and ensuring that they continue to make their voice heard. Let's listen to the ambassador of the country of Liberia, or the foreign minister of the country of Liberia, the United Nations. Let's play this clip.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Today, we stand at a historic crossroads, a moment that will resonate through the annals of time, a moment marked not just by numbers on a ballot, but by the unwavering commitment to peace, security, and cooperation amongst nations. Liberia is deeply honored to accept this momentous vote for our position on the United Nations Security Council. This achievement is not merely a reflection of our dedication, it is a testament to the hopes, dreams, and aspirations of countless individuals who yearn for a world where dialogue triumphs over discord, where unity prevails over division. We have gathered here as representatives of diverse cultures and perspectives, but we are united in our shared purpose to forge a more just and equitable world. As we embrace this new responsibility, we remember the weight of the trust placed upon us, and we are aware that the challenges we face are formidable: conflict, inequality, and climate change, to name just a few. Let us also honor the legacy of those who've come before us, who've paved the way for this moment with their courage and conviction. Today, we celebrate not just a vote, but a renewed commitment to our shared humanity. Together, we shall rise to the occasion, and together, we shall make the change that we all wish to see. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts to the nations of the world that gave Liberia its confidence. We embark on this journey with hope, courage, and an unwavering resolve to make a difference for all. Thank you.
Liberia, under the previous Biden administration, voted closely with the U.S. in the General Assembly. Will you continue that close relationship with the U.S. in the Security Council?
Liberia's vote is a vote for Africa, and we shall make sure that we follow the African common position.
Thank you.
It is important to know that the continent of Africa should speak with one voice, as these are important times in the continent of Africa's history. It is relevant at this time for every country in the region to ensure that they push really hard with regards to reforming the United Nations, because African countries have always complained that the United Nations does not work to their own interests. Why am I saying that? I'm saying that because African countries have come under tremendous pressure. We saw South Africa, we saw during the Russian-Ukrainian war, which is still ongoing at the moment, how the continent of African nations were asked to take particular position in the global conflict that they know nothing about, and this being a problem. So this particular organization does not only have to elect African governments or states to basically be on a non-permanent position. They have to bring a vote and look at Africa's veto power request, which the former leader of the United States of America, Mr. Joe Biden, floated out there. And we heard how the former ambassador to the United Nations, Ms. Greenfield, spoke about it openly. But again, since the coming of Mr. Trum to the U.S. presidency, it's been thrown under the table, like the Lobito corridor, the same. So these are amazing times. Of course, regional integration, countries, leaders working together, as we've seen Algeria and Rwanda. We see this election with Liberia and also the Democratic Republic of the Congo. I think it's a step to the right direction, but Africans' voice needs to be heard. They have to build strong partnership, bulletproof collaboration. That's what we need at this stage, because the international partners, the geostrategic partners, are not waiting for the continent, and this is something that African countries need to be aware of at this particular time. So these were major issues that are going on in the region. So I will be looking forward to meeting you soon in our next episode. Smash the like button and let me know what you think regards to this regional collaboration between Rwanda and Algeria, if this is what you want to see from the leaders, and more importantly, the progress by the DRC, the United Nations, and Liberia, and why you think Africa at this stage should be considered for a permanent vote. For now, I will be looking forward to meeting you soon again, and have a good day. Bye-bye.